A local woman is going viral on social media for what she found buried in her yard.
There was a rug underground, and now it's sparking questions from police and getting millions of views online. Stephanie Chaynock joins us. What's going on, Steph?
Kurt, Jessica, this is not a story you hear every day, but millions are hearing about this one thanks to the power of the cell phone. Homeowner Katie Santry says she was digging up her yard on Cummington Road to install a fence when she discovered a rug buried on her property. At first, she didn't think anything about it, but then she says her computer screen shattered and other weird things started happening at her home. Well, Santry went on TikTok and joked about a dead body in the rug that must be haunting her home. It got over 7.5 million views, but also comments telling her to call the police. So that's what she did. She began streaming the entire situation on TikTok, gaining views from thousands watching as police investigated her yard and that rug in the ground Thursday. It wasn't until search dogs arrived and sat directly over where the rug had been discovered that Santry says she began to shake. She tells us had she known this whole thing would blow up and become an investigation, she probably wouldn't have streamed it live on TikTok.
It started blowing up on social media unexpectedly. We were going to dig it ourselves and then realized it was just like too deep, too difficult to do that on our own. So then the entire world was telling me to have the police come. When I called the police and asked them, hey, do you want to come to my house to look at a rug? I felt insane. And they came, they saw, they did nothing, and I thought it was going to be left at that. And then TikTok still wanted me to dig out the rug, figure out what was in it.
Santry says police initially responded to her home, but then they left. She says later the homicide unit called her asking if they could bring sniffing dogs. She live streamed the dog searching her property on TikTok. Now today, Columbus police plan to return to Santry's home to resume their investigation. In a statement released to us yesterday, CPD says, quote, there were no conclusive findings, but this is a developing story, guys, and we're going to continue to report on the very latest out of this viral investigation. For Good Day Columbus, I'm Stephanie Chaynock.
What's in the rug? It's captured the attention of thousands of people on social media after a local woman posted that she found a rug buried in her backyard or side yard a few days ago. These are new pictures right now, new pictures of drone track from the scene. You can see investigators are there. They're focusing on an area under a tent. Columbus police very interested in this story as well. Steve Levine is live at the scene right now. Steve, any updates from police?
Terry, let me show you what's going on right now. As you know, Columbus police have been here since around 9:30 this morning when they started digging. Just a few minutes ago, they brought an excavator into the backyard. It's right near that tent where we saw in the drone video earlier. Now, this all started after the homeowner says she and her husband were trying to dig a hole to build a fence on their property when they stumbled upon a wrapped rug that was buried. Police began investigating last night when they brought in canine dogs to search the area when they apparently hit on something. The search started after the homeowner went live on TikTok talking about finding the buried rug in her backyard. Millions of people watching on social media right now about what's going on here. Neighbors say they are shocked. They've all been outside taking pictures and video about what's going on in their quiet community. Now, police saying little about what's been happening, only that they have found nothing conclusive at this time. We are expected to hear from Columbus police sometime today. When we get that briefing and then update, we'll let you know. We're live on the Far East Side. Steve Levine, ABC 6 News.
ABC 6 News at 5 on your side starts now.
Right now at 5, no remains found. That's what Columbus police are saying following their dig in the yard of a Far East Side home where a buried rug of all things set off all sorts of speculation.
We put up drone track to give you a bird's eye view of their investigation this morning. The entire thing blew up on TikTok this week and dominated social media. A woman living at the home found a rug buried in her backyard. Just about everyone weighed in with their theories about what sort of mysteries and secrets it may hold.
Again, police say they didn't find any remains, so why was the rug buried there to begin with?
Well, tonight, Steve Levine digging for answers, and he joins us live from that Far East neighborhood that really has become the talk of the town and the whole country for that matter. Steve, what are you learning?
Well, dozens of neighbors were here. They all wanted to know the answer too. They were watching as police right behind me, right by that big tree, they were digging up that backyard. But the real story on social media, where millions of people were watching this play out live, all wanting to know what was in the rug. ABC6 drone track above the scene Friday morning as law enforcement was digging up this Far East Columbus backyard after a homeowner reported finding a wrapped rug buried behind her house.
I think it is absolutely crazy for something to happen like in our area like this.
Shannon Luce, who lives down the street, watched the action from a neighbor's backyard while going live on her Facebook page. Capturing the moments, police pulled up several buried rug pieces.
And they pulled out a carpet. It looked like it had some stains on it. We didn't see anything else, and then they started packing their stuff up.
Katie Santry found the rug buried in her backyard while preparing to install a fence. When Katie notified Columbus police earlier this week, she went live on TikTok after police were alerted to what she found to let her followers know what happened. Hundreds of thousands watching Katie Thursday night live on TikTok after police returned with search dogs who appeared to pick up something. Friday morning, police bringing in an excavator as part of the investigation, continuing to dig in the backyard. Katie live on TikTok Friday when police told her they found nothing in the rugs.
We found nothing to indicate any kind of body, human remains, anything.
That is the best news I could have ever heard.
We found pieces of carpet, not a full carpet, just little pieces, along with some rubber and other landscaping kind of things. We did some tests at the scene. No, nothing came back to any kind of human or any kind of animal remains whatsoever.
Thank God, because that could have been somebody's family member. So I'm glad that they didn't.
Columbus police say no additional testing will be done and they consider this case to be closed. We're live on the Far East Side. Steve Levine, ABC 6 News.
Steve, thank you.